So because the reason being, a lot has already been said on what I'd like to say. So what I'm going to do in my presentation, I want to focus on a survey that we have done. First of all, I should explain who I am, actually. I'm from the GSMA, and a lot of you may have never heard about the GSMA. We're the Global Mobile Association, and we represent the interests of the industry. So all mobile operators around the world are part of our organization. And our vision is to unlock the full power of connectivity so that people, industry, and society can thrive. So there's a little bit of information about our organization. So this slide here, I'm not going to talk about it, but one point I'd like to raise, because we've heard about it, the two different things is virtualization and Open RAN. But what we're seeing is, as operators are rolling out 5G networks, they're looking about how can they differentiate? How can they be, what can they do to be efficient? And Open RAN and virtualization are two of the trends that we're seeing as mobile operators are rolling out 5G. Well, what was on these slides? We actually, with GSMA, we do a survey every year of the mobile decision makers who are going to be buying and network equipment. So these are mobile operators. We do 100 decision makers, and we do this survey to see what are their plans for the future. And what I was hoping to show you in the next slides was what the results of those survey were. Have you managed to find the slides? Yes. So as we've heard, Open RAN is still in its infancy. And as you can see, it's not very widespread. However, what we wanted to show you here is where are the Open RAN deployments currently? And this is as at August 2020. And what we can see now is we've got 92 operators from 47 countries have active Open RAN trials. So it's still quite small in number, but the future's looking rosy. So as I mentioned, we do a survey every year of mobile operators, and these are we want to try and understand what are their spending plans? Where are they going to look at technology priorities? What is their 5G planning? And what are they doing for 6G? So in the next few slides, I'm just going to tell you, reveal some of the surveys. So we asked the question, which technology, in your company's view, holds the most promise of driving OPEX savings over the next 12 months? And you can see there, open network technologies rates quite highly. And we were quite surprised by this result because it was very different from the year before. However, what I just want to note there, it's open networking, not just Open RAN. So it's the two combined. When we ask operators, what is the greatest obstacle for the deployment of Open RAN? Sorry, I'm on the wrong side. What is the greatest obstacle at the moment in deploying Open RAN? You can see here that security issues were quite high. And in the next slide, let me just take you through some of those issues. So as you can see here, there's a range of security issues but I think if you think about it, it's unsurprising. It's new technology. So I don't think we should get too worked up about it. But I just wanted to highlight what operators are concerned about. So then here's the good news, perhaps. So when we say considering 5G radio access network, which areas of investment are most important to you for delivering success in 5G, you can see Open RAN was scored very, very high at 59%. This again was a little bit surprising and a big jump from the year before when the score was something like 30%. So you can see going forward, operators are looking at Open RAN. So that's something I think that's quite useful for us to see. So 5G and Open RAN networking technology, as I said, is looking bright. Globally, operators are 12 times more likely to use 5G to introduce Open RAN. Combined with Open RAN being the top 5G RAN investment, there's a clear will around 5G being open. I just wanted to say here, this is a quick run through of the policy enablers. We've heard them, Diane talked about it before, but let's just quickly see here. So R&D investments, policymakers can support R&D investments, and we really encourage that. We've seen that around in Asia and also in places like Europe. India is a good example with the PLI scheme, where they're looking to develop manufacture in India. So interoperability initiatives, here we're seeing, like at the university, we're seeing lots of examples of this. And we're very pleased to see that 3GPP and O-RAN are coming together, which is also very useful. Security assurances and certification. As I mentioned on the previous slide there, security issues is a real, concern. However, we are pleased by a number of policy governments are trying to do certification, and the GSMA has a certification program called NESIS. And this program there, we do encourage Open RAN suppliers to go under that certification. And we've got our first Open RAN supplier certified by NESIS. So support of Open RAN trials and deployments, again, we've got lots of examples. Let me just focus on regulatory modernization. I think that's particularly important in many countries, including here in the Philippines. That is really an enabler for you to go forward with Open RAN. I'll give you an example. In India, very big reforms have taken place, and the rollout of 5G there has really gone forward. And as you heard, I think Diane was saying about O-RAN and what they're doing there, and their plan for 6G. So I would say to Philippines, that is one of the biggest things we can do to support O-RAN. And then collaboration. Well, we've seen that. I think there's Singapore, the university, Indonesia. Please do collaborate. And then capacity building, essential.